So, it's been a hot minute, right? I think it's been a month almost at this point, if it hasn't. It's been pretty close, if not a full month. I did finish my move last week. Finish is subjective. But I got here, my new place, last week. And I was gonna try to stream out the gate there because the internet was looking good and everything, but I got sick. I thought it was just allergies at first, but it was clearly I got sick with the flu or something. So I completely destroyed me in general and also my voice, but doing better now. Not 100%, but I'm like 80, 85% maybe. So if I mute myself a bit more than normal, it's because I'm still coughing. I have been playing a little bit here and there. Not on this character though. I made some new characters I've been playing with a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but I remember my hotkeys. It's been a month. I think we're good though. Quest-wise, just to ease back in, I was gonna maybe try the underbog, but I've been gone for so long. I think I'm just gonna do some quests tonight, I guess. I remember there were some ogres over here. Looks like whatever's down here is easier. And I have to do this too. I remember that one. So I think what I'm gonna do though is go down here I'm just gonna go from there. I guess I am really close to 64, but whatever. I can't remember when I get the next health stone. I think it's like 68 or something. But oh, look, there's this ogres. Might as well just spawn here. I guess I played so much more luck though, even though I don't explicitly remember a lot of things. The muscle memory's there, cause definitely remember how to life tap. Oh, the move though, the move. All my stuff, for the most part, is not gonna get here until Monday, so there's been like 2 weeks where I just have to kind of do what I got, right? So that's why I said the move isn't over yet, because I still have to unpack the majority of stuff when it arrives on Monday.
That's still recharging.
And that's gonna be fun, because I don't even know if the couch is gonna fit in the front door, but I guess we'll figure it out. gotta say though, it is great to finally not have to worry about internet. Because it's like, at my old place, I was constantly like having to keep a pulse on my internet. Just in case it was gonna get die on me. And then just also, like, can't even stream tonight because I'm watching the internet itself. I think I posted it on Blue Sky, my new setup. It has my desk. And on my desk there's like a little sticky note on my monitor that I had at my old place. It basically told me to not test the internet. Because it was not good for my mental health. Just to keep checking over and over and over, and then get disappointed over and over and over again. So, that's another reason why it's just a lot better to... I'm a lot happier that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Also, bonus, it's cheaper. So, like win-win-win. Get a Michael Scott in here. A win-win-win. I do gotta say, on the alternate characters I've been playing in the free time, which again hasn't been a lot, but most of them have been Horde. I got my Hunter to 14, and then I think I have a Druid that got to like 8 or 10. I got a Paladin to 6, but I stopped that. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, so the Draenei is saying the broken ones, I forget. Are the broken ones technically Draenei still? I know they were supposed to be lore-wise, but I don't know how that... Blizzard retcons. And so we have to get... idols. I guess they're probably in their tents. Oh, right here. Here's a couple. Okay. Why did he turn into a bird? Let's draw it. I guess let me know if anything's up with the stream. If it looks like it's buffering, dropping frames, losing quality. Because I think it looks good here, but of course YouTube could be displaying something completely different.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, Ixie, if you're here, sound off. I have a question for you. Oh, this is a chest. Okay, it's locked, which, fine. But that does not look like a sturdy safe at all. It's bamboo, I guess, but like... I'm guessing it's magically enchanted or something.
I don't have a target. I need a target. That's still recharging. I can't pass that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this would break line of sight. Because you never know with walls, but it looks like it did. Okay, looks like just a couple more. What are these? I think it's a bird. Okay. So it did say, I think they're worshipping animals. Which I guess in itself isn't a problem, but I guess has something to do with your lore. Okay, last one over here.
I can't pass that yet.
Okay, was there anything else down here? I don't think so. Apparently the quest is over here though. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna circle up this way. Or down, I guess. Do one of these. And then come up again. Oh, I guess these are paladin shoes. Interesting. Here we go. I need to get back in the habit of disenchanting. I had stopped for a bit. Because I wanted the money. Which does remind me, how much was the stealthy tread steed? 200 gold, okay. I guess the tread steed's my next thing, because the silk bag was, that was 100 gold, was this, but one of my viewers helped me get it, so I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for it. True. Plus it's badass. Also, hey Craftmonk. Been a while. I guess, like, technically it's been a while. As you can probably tell, my voice is still recovering, but it's miles better from what it was the last couple days. I had my meeting today, for work, and then I went on my lunch break, took a nap. My alarm totally didn't wake me up, so I stayed a bit late, but getting my beauty sleep in, as it were. But it's just been more that. Trying to get my rest in where I can. What the fuck am I doing here? Oh shit! Okay. See if I can get him to separate. I just want to kill this guy by itself. Okay, here we go.
Get closer.
Okay, and still avoided the pool. Got it, nice.
Its bloody mandible comes from an unbelievably large creature. The nether ray that it belonged to has to be the largest ever seen in Zangarmarsh. Judging from the condition of the mandible, the Count must have abandoned a diet of carrion in favor of living flesh. Surely the Cenarian expedition would be interested in such a specimen. Warchalisa has a small camp to the west of Quag Ridge.
Fucking 3 gold just for this? Damn. It wasn't even that hard. I wonder if this is supposed to be an elite and they changed it, but how? I was thinking like the TBC downgrade. But this is a TBC zone, so there's no way. Unless a patch did it, I guess. How have you been doing though, Craftpunk? Oh yeah. What do those look like? Or seem like? What the hell is this? Is this a big piece of shit? I guess it's probably a plant, but I can't help but imagine it's like their droppings. Okay, it may be one of these then. What is it? Okay, I'll check the frog. Is it a frog or a toad? Who's the reptile experts? I'm a bug person. Forget the differences. Is a toad like dry land? You know, birds, I don't have a good response to that.
Oh, pay no mind to Buddy. He won't hurt you.
Okay, it just stopped.
He just likes to scratch now and then. He's just a big, lovable kitty. Aren't you, Buddy? Yes, you are, you cute little thing. You're Mommy's little baby, that's what you are. Oh, good, help
Oh
finally.
yeah, Glenn. I think the name was Glenn,
There's just so
right?
much to do, and I need to stay here to organize it all. I hope that you're ready to get your hands dirty. We need to learn all that we can of the sporlings at Sturga. and their relationship to the creatures around them. One way to do that is what I'm doing.
Oh, get your
Passive
hands dirty.
observation while making
Okay.
a note of their interactions. I need you to head over to the spawning glen to the west, investigate the whole area, and then return to tell me what you saw.
A shot for life. Go in peace.
Are you sure that's real? I mean, I knew there was large wildlife in the marsh, but there are giant creatures, and then there are giant bugs.
Damn, girl, we're
Come to
talking
think
to
of
chewing gum
it,
here.
The Sporings did mention a story about a fearsome nether ray that used to terrorize them before the Bogrold incursion. What if the stories are true? Oh dear, I'd better take that for safekeeping. The expedition will want to know about this.
God bless.
Yes, birds. I guess that was Watcher and Lessa. Oh. But yeah, Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games. I played the SNES version and the DS version. I definitely enjoyed the DS version. I think it's one of the better ones. The hell? I guess I can pick that up. My only issue with the DS version is you're stuck with that screen. And it didn't have an XL either, so I had to use a tight screen, which was fine when on the move and stuff, but sometimes you just want to play it on the big screen. What are you?
The bog lords are devouring the spore sacks. They've got to be stopped. You there, you must help us. The fungal giants are devouring all of our spore sacks. You must do something, or we'll lose our young.
I
The spore
see.
sacks start out large and become smaller as the air inside them is depleted. Look for the small, mature spore sacks, and save as many of them as you can.
I feel like whoever wrote that quest knew what they were doing.
The Sporlings and the Bog Lords have never gotten along well. In the past, we've managed to keep them at bay with spears and stones. Lately, they seem to have become more aggressive, or more desperate. They do not fear us, or our weapons. You are much scarier and better armed than us. If you were to fight the Bog Lords for us, we'd be forever in your debt. Bring me their tendrils so I know how many you've killed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how I played the SNES version through emulation. It just feels weird playing the DS on emulation though. Trying to explain it, I guess. Like, it's not designed for it.
It's too far away.
I guess in that point, like, true. You get all the cinematics naturally too. The load times were miserable because it's a PlayStation, but if you're emulating, it should be fine. But I'm like, is it really that hard for them to release a PC version? Actually, didn't I do it? No. I'm thinking of Final Fantasy IX, I think. There was, if I remember correctly, like a mobile port of Final Fantasy IX that was okay at best. And then they just like ported that on the computer, and it was miserable. So I remember seeing that on Steam, and I was excited about it, but everyone complained. talk about Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy 9?
I don't have a target.
I know Final Fantasy's on there, but what? Since when? Hold on. Apparently it is. Huh. I think just being a spoiled princess, and I want it on like the Switch or something, so I can have it on the go, and use a controller, eat that, blah 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 blah. Of course you can have controllers set up on your computer. And Steam Deck exists, I guess, but I don't have one. I just remembered that there's like one of these, at least one of these, on top of the mushrooms over here. It's been a hot minute, I don't remember if there was any actual story stuff about that. Or if it's just been kind of sitting there.
Your fate will be the same.
It's too far away.
God, these drop rates are miserable though. Yes, birds. I am. Cause I'm gonna have, whenever I finish here, I'm gonna go up and then swing back over. Just for that, birds, you need to tell me what movies you've been seeing recently, since I haven't seen them. I mean, I think for Chrono Trigger, I don't know it explicitly as much, but I know Nintendo in general, like with Pokemon, they never put Red and Blue and Fire Red on there and stuff like that because they knew there was a market for it. I think how to word that. I mean, because like of course there's a market for it, you're gonna make a product for it. Trying to remember how the wording goes though, but like Nintendo basically refused to release Pokemon on the Switch online, like the subscription service, because they wanted you to buy the whole thing. No, not a new microphone, but it is set up much better. Before it was kind of underneath my monitors, sideways. It was like it has a tripod, but I didn't use it. I just laid it on my desk, sideways, facing me. Because that was like the only spot I had for it in my other setup. But here it's explicitly standing on a tripod, facing me, not behind anything. This room also echoes a little bit because there's not much in it yet, but that'll change in a couple days. Okay, I don't think I've seen any of those. Is Ready or Not 1 and 2 a horror? Is it a horror movie? Movies? But yeah, for Craft Punk, I'm not really sure what's up with the Chrono Trigger licensing. Or development or whatever, however you want to describe it.
It's too far away. I can pass that. That'd still be charging.
I'm guessing Murderbot is either a TV series or, I guess, a movie series. Based on the sense that you said with rewatching it, like starting to rewatch it. Oh, I just remembered too. Probably not too far from your friend. Cause I'm in Washington now. On the coast.
That spell isn't ready yet.
If I remember correctly, you said they were in Seattle or something. Looks like there's a bunch of us here doing this quest. Interesting. There's a couple of assemblies here too. I wonder if there's like a leather that comes off of these. And that's why they're here. The level 70s I saw earlier, they just like came by and skinned corpses. Is that the description for Ready or Not? Or Murderbot?
Welcome to birth.
But like, bruh, what kind of family tradition is that? What? Like, who made this deck? Like, as someone who does tarot, who the fuck makes your deck?
I can't pass that yet.
I see, so it's just like robot gaining freedom in that sense.
That'd still be charging.
apparently knocked me back.
Out of range.
Pathetic to fight your own battles.
Hail Satan.
That
Okay.
spell isn't ready yet. My
Is
mana
it
is
supposed to be a comedy? Or tongue-in-cheek?
You cannot command me.
Looks like over there's being dealt with, so let's go this way.
need to get closer.
Accidentally on purpose, am I right? Like, oops! I just killed someone who's not the person I need to kill. Dang, I guess I should be more careful. Oops! I did it again. I guess Britney Spears. Like, literally, like, oh, what an inconvenience. My bad. Sorry, guys. I did the party foul. It'll happen again.
It's too far away.
How do I not have a single tendril yet? Oh, I just got one. Okay, I guess if it becomes that miserable, I can do that. Oh, wait, what is... Hold on, I need a second to parse that sentence first. They liked the maids and complained when the last one was gone on who would have to toss them into the sacrificial pits. I guess I'm confused about how some of this relates, but the second part is just like, oh, damn, whose turn is it to take out the trash? Like, Jesus Christ. Also, for some reason, I cannot remember Between craft funk and birds, which of you lived/worked on a farm? Or was it both of you? Okay, that's birds. I see. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense, birds. Like, damn, we killed all the help. Oh, I have to do it now? I have to pick up the trash? Oh. Like, literal fucking first world top 1% problems.
I can't pass that yet.
There's a joke here. I'll let y'all do it yourself. Also, I just remembered I have a new talent. And I forget what I was doing talent build wise. Just a second. I have it saved. Up there. Here we go. Bruh. Hold on, I'm just gonna get my build from the stream details. If I can find it. Apparently I can't find it here. Okay, stupid. Okay, here we go. What do I have? Do I have that? That. Okay, I either get more of this or that. What was this? God, that was difficult. Okay, I got all of these. I got all the sacks. Just need the black tendrils, which interestingly I got like 3 in a row. After like I'm done.
That's still recharging.
I'm home.
far away. That spell isn't ready yet.
Is that Outland? No, it's the edge of the map. Okay. Oh, the whole place is Outland. I meant Hellfire Peninsula. You know, with how many people are here grinding these bogs, I'm surprised that there's still a problem.
That's still recharging.
Game lore doesn't work that way. Hey birds, have you had any more tornadoes? I know it's a weird question, but there's a follow-up to that.
Out of range.
Cool. The joke is because you spin me around, haha. But I just missed apparently a tornado. In my old city. Like the week after I left, a tornado came in. And like last time there was a tornado, it was like on the far outskirts of my city. And that was like 5 years ago. So it was a little surprising and like, oh shit, a tornado.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Also, I feel like I've asked this before, but it's been a month, you'll have to forgive me. Have you played EVE Online Birds? I'm actually unsure. I didn't look into the damage it did because I don't live there anymore. I just know that it actually like hit around and in the city. Versus just being like, oh, there's like the beginnings of a tornado on the outskirts of city, if that makes sense. So the first time it's actually been like in the city versus just like an hour out of city, you know. I don't live there anymore, so I don't particularly care to release this information. But I lived in San Antonio, Texas. That's where the tornado happened. I see. I mean, it was a graphically strong game, and I think it was maybe a bit more demanding than like some other games. But overall, I remember it didn't need a lot of resources to get the pretty graphics it had. And that was because there wasn't a lot in space. It was just like, here's a backdrop, here's your ship, the effects of your ship, and whatever other things like you're fighting or whatever. So that they could get away with higher graphics. without demanding as much. But yeah, I get you, I get you. Plus, they had different graphics back in the day, and they had like an HD graphics update. What was it? Like 2010 or something, I think. And back then you could still cycle between the old and the new graphics, but I don't know if you can anymore. Anyways, the reason why I mentioned it, you mentioned Clear Skies, and there was a fan-made series called Clear Skies. 1, 2, 3. One of my favorite series. And you just reminded me about it because I haven't watched it in like a year. I was watching it again when I was playing Eve on the last year. I just forgot about it since then. Yes, I think so. Is that the one where he like goes to kill a wizard and the wizard is like, I got you, haha. I mean, that doesn't help you at all. It's animated, right?
Past that yet.
It has like kind of a unique visual art style. Yeah, yeah, I've watched them, yeah. It's good stuff. Why do you ask though? Yeah. For some reason, I think I just remembered, the episode I remember was when the wizard's like, I'm immortal, you can't kill me. And he's like, good, because I'm gonna eat you and then like shit you out and then I'm gonna like do stuff, you know what I mean? Just like, and the wizard's just like, dude, what the fuck? Oh. Okay, cool, I got them all. Get the fuck out of here. That would make sense too, because liches are generally immortal. Asterisk immortal, but yeah.
You've done it. You have my people's thanks. I hope you understand. This is where our young ones come from. We can't let these beasts devour the sacks.
Devour the sacks, huh?
You made it back alive. I'll let the other spoilings know about you. Adventurer, the giant slayer.
Okay.
You're a kind traveler, adventurer, not like some of the others I've met. You should meet the rest of my people. They'll be very grateful for your help. Take these spore sacks to my leader, MS Sheep. And you will find him in Sporager north of here.
Handling all these sacks. These are marsh walkers. Trying to think of how to define them. They're bugs, I think.
Need to get closer.
They remind me of the walker in Morrowind. Bruh. Oh, over here.
What brings you here? What? The bog lords of Quagridge are eating the Sporling's pods? This isn't good. I was wondering why the bog lords were crossing the road to go to the spawning glen. They must be starving for some reason. This just will not do. I mean, normally I wouldn't get involved, but if they continue to eat all of the Sporling pods, they'll wipe them out. Here's what we'll do. I'll stay here and you head to the Quagridge to the east and look for dietary clues as to why they're raiding the Sporlings.
Okay. I can do that before I go up. Oh yeah, this is what you were saying earlier, the discarded nutrients. Okay, at least this one looks like a mushroom. I mean, we could do Warhammer and ask what the Warhammer orcs think. Because Warhammer orcs are fungus. Here you go. This one looks like... yeah. Looks like someone probably killed them recently over here though, because I don't see any. Just their leavings. Yeah, over there. There it is. I don't get it. Are these people grinding reputation? Can someone enlighten me? Because I keep seeing these level 70s over here killing these bog lords. Also, is poop censored? Is that why you did that? I don't know, I just sent it. You're fine. I was just curious. I don't know if I can get to the top of this peak. I guess not, because there's none of them up there. I guess it was worth checking at least, though. I guess the question becomes, like, what are they selling? Are they just selling the skin? Are they selling those tendril drops? Cause like, I feel like it has to be worth it if they're gonna grind it. I'm guessing because it's a repeatable quest. So people, like, just want those for reputation or whatever. Or is this a case of, like, we as the players created the problem, and we gave ourselves a solution at the same time? Like, people are, like, farming these creatures, so it's harder to get the quest item. So then you buy them because people are farming, like...
I am honored. Goddess watch over you.
This is what you found? That's odd. These husked mushroom remains are both unusual and somehow look familiar. I have to think on this a moment. Don't go anywhere. Yes, that's it. I knew I had seen this particular phylum of mushroom elsewhere in the marsh. To the north is a place known as the Hewn Bog. Odd name for the place if you ask me, but I've never been there. I'll need samples of those mushrooms to confirm my hypothesis. Just be careful, adventurer.
Oh, the ogres,
I'd
there
heard
we
that
go.
ogres have moved into the area, so you'll have to get the samples from them. Could that be why the bog lords are no longer going there for their food?
What are you doing in my swamp? But yeah, I can go up now. But I guess the question circles back to, why does everyone want tendrils? Oh, check it, this frog's different. This is totally like a jungle frog. The coloration. Like a more venomous exotic one. A poisonous one. Because venom is injected, poison is ingested or touched. Yes, Bers, I corrected myself. Really? Is that one quest worth skipping? Like, do people need to skip that quest so bad? Like, I feel like that was nothing compared to some other quests, but... I don't know.
I welcome you to Sporagar, traveler. We don't normally see many of your kind around here, but you've proven your worth to us. Make yourself at home.
Okay, I guess there's other quests that you could farm instead, but I don't know.
You've helped protect the next generation of Sporans, traveler. We can only repay you by welcoming you into our homes. Stay for a bit and meet the other Sporans. They will have many questions. I hope you don't mind.
Sounds like he called them Neosporans.
I see your kind use shiny round pieces of metal to trade for things that you need. We're not so different from you. We use shiny round mushrooms as our currency. Glow-cap mushrooms grow everywhere
Oh, I already
in the
collected one of
marsh.
these with accident.
You just have to know how to pick them from the ground without wrecking them. I'll teach you how to do it, if you promise to bring us some for our reserves. What do you say, adventurer?
I see, Bird. I mean, girl's gonna do what a girl's gonna do, you know? But I guess, like, if this is a repeatable quest, in your max level, I guess you could use that to get money. But it's like, it feels weird, because, like, you're spending money to buy the tendrils to get money from the quest reward, so, like, I have to assume the quest reward at 70 is worth more money. Then I don't even know, like, what the fuck's the purpose? Like, you do say it's, to save time, but I'm just like, really? It seems like such a small task to save time on. Like, there are so many other things that you could buy, that would progress you faster, but I guess, I guess people min-max in that sense, and they just like have a list of all the quests that you can just buy the items off the auction house. And then people just buy them all and then just run through all those quests. Also, this mushroom is floating in the pot. A magic mushroom, as it were. This fairy ring is super cute too. Interestingly, none of these quests are showing up on Questy. I wonder why.
Filthy fungal giants. What did we ever do to them? Well, we are a peaceful people. We are at war with the spore giants, whether we like it or not. And there is a saying amongst us that all is fair in mushrooms and war.
Mushroom and war,
The
okay.
spore giants, Hungerfin, has been tending a very special plant known as the underspore to perfection for millennia. He would break his spirit if something were to happen to that plant. Travel to the Underbog in Coifane Reservoir and steal a frond off of
Oh,
it for us.
Underbog,
Trust me,
that's the
you'll notice.
dungeon, isn't it? Okay.
I don't know what to think of your kind yet, traveler. Some of you can be violent and kill sporings on sight. You seem friendly.
You
Though
can
maybe a
skip
little
here.
bit funny looking, I suppose.
That sounds like a challenge.
Spore bats and marsh walkers accumulate fertile
Also, the quest
spores
name
on their
Fertile
appendages
Spores.
from wandering around the tall stalk mushrooms in the marsh. As you can see, we're a short people. So our
You're
options for
short?
gathering these spores
Hold
are
up.
limited. Seek out the spore bats and
You're
marsh
literally
walkers
taller than
and gather
me,
the fertile spores.
my dude.
All of Sporega will
I am
be
not
in
short.
your debt.
Bruh. I have to remember, the people who lived here before, though, is like the Draenei and stuff, and demons, which are taller, so I guess.
With new enemies on our doorsteps, we must not allow our ancient enemies to take advantage of our situation. Historically, the greatest danger to my people has been from the Marshwalkers. With the new problems we are facing from spore giants,
Oh,
we
this is
cannot
another
afford
underbog
another
quest.
attack from our ancient enemies. You have proven yourself to be
Fucking
capable
Mario
adventurer. Do you think
mushrooms.
that you'd be able to journey to the Underbard in Koifang Reservoir and eliminate the great mother of the Marshwalkers, known as the Black Stalker? Bring me your brain as proof.
Right, because then, like, even if we, like, ignore, like, the people, I guess, like, the, Azeroth people, I guess, right? The creatures here are tall and big, right? So, it makes sense. I just had to take a double check, just like, who you calling short? Okay, I gotta admit, I only half paid attention to the fertile spores. Oh, this is cool. It's a mushroom farm. Check that out. Bruh, Sassoon, get out of there. Thank you. Okay. Okay, they come from the spore bats. Got it. Oh, what is that, birds? Fly agaric. I don't even know if it's a real word.
Welcome, the bird.
Okay, in a good way or a bad way? Okay, as I hover over it, it translates it. I don't know if that's supposed to be happening.
Pathetic to fight your own battle.
Okay, good. I guess there have been times before where, like, I'm quieter or just chuckling or whatever, and I guess probably got absorbed by the sound cancellation. Also, something to consider, I used to have a ceiling fan. And there is no ceiling fan in here. Like, no, I don't have a fan on at all right now. No, I did not. I haven't looked for either yet. But I was just thinking the fact that I have no fan going. Before I probably had sound cancellation happening. A bit more because of the background noise. I'm gonna go this way, but there's no glow caps over there. Should I look up? Should I look up the translation or the original word? I guess is the question now.
Out of range. I can't pass that. It's too far away.
I see. Well, that's cool. I'm always down for a good trip.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Also low key. I guess not low key because I'm saying it outright. I had some mushrooms I had to get rid of at my old place before I moved. Um, I almost didn't have enough time to get rid of them all. Which, oh no, first world problems, but, um, I had a couple of good trips. The Santa mythos. Interesting. And by mythos, you mean like, I guess what do you mean by mythos? The whole giving gifts or
The same.
the aesthetic? I totally watched Redline twice though. On two of my trips. Such a good movie. Oh wow, under the influences. At least for me.
Welcome, the bird.
Out of range.
Oh, this is a different frog too. I think it's at least 3 different textures. Because there was one that was spotted. This is like a green, like it's like stripes are on the side that are blue. And there was like the totally colorful one I saw earlier. There we go. Finally some more mushrooms.
A paltry task.
It's too far away.
I see. Okay. I think I can be okay with that. Um, God, there's a joke there. I don't think I want to say it though. Something, something. Nah. If you want to know the joke I'm thinking of, go ahead and DM me.
Past that yet.
Yeah. But it's interesting, I guess. What does that have to do with Santa? Is it just like the aesthetic is similar? But I think the aesthetic of what? Like, I guess maybe, the mushroom. You're saying, oh, what the hell? Those mushrooms do a thing. I think you're saying that the mushroom looks like Santa. Is that it? On top of the reindeer thing. Okay.
Need to get closer.
Maybe I'll have to look it up at some point if I can remember. Okay, cool. These are a bit harder to find than I thought. I feel like I was finding them all the time before. Now that I have the quest, just not seeing them. Okay, weird, I couldn't load it. Oh, I still need to do this, that's right. Let's go ahead and do that. Rage Veil. Okay. Oh fuck.
I need a target.
I was gonna try to go this way. There's like 3 of these right here. So I was gonna go around here, but then there's a whole bunch over here. Fight the giant goblin. Jog my memory. Where is that supposed to be? Like what zone? I remember fighting El Polo Grande, the big chicken. But that's different. Oh, you mean, Mokrosh. No, the sea giant. It's next to the goblin statue. But no. I kept checking every time I'd go by. But ever since I've gone to Outland, I haven't really passed by Booty Bay. So I haven't checked in a while. A voltage sag. Can you explain that to someone who understands physics but has not heard that term before? Like physics and electronics, but I haven't heard that explicit term. Like context clues, I think I can guess, but I figure you can just tell me. Finally finish this quest. Oh look, there's a dead orc right here. I'm curious, like, you mentioned 60 miles in a charge. What was it before? It sounds like it's an upgrade. Oh, and then that one's finally done. That quest. I see, so it's like torque in a sense. And then you have like a cap. I think I understand that because, like, from my understanding, it's a big problem with electronic vehicles where the more power they give, the heavier they are. So you need more power because you're heavier, so it's like a cycle that eats itself.
Welcome, diversion.
Still be charging.
I just need one more mushroom. And one more spore. So I'm pretty close to finishing that. I think this is a fourth frog texture. It looks a little bit more like the first frog I saw, but it doesn't have all the spots the first one had. Or does it? No. I pulled so many mobs on accident, but it is what it is.
Who dares summon me to fight your own?
Nah, I'm good. I'm amazing. The Warlock also just has like a whole bunch of oh shit options. I have 3 fears, a couple of ways to steal health, and like an instant resummon. Okay, I'm trying to process what you've said. I understand electronics, but I would argue Like, the details like that are not my strong suit. I feel like if I took a moment to process it, I would understand it. Did I kill an inclusivity? I must have missed the meme. But the measured voltage under load dropped about 6. The new one drops 2 volts. Higher voltage can spin faster. So same wattage, different voltage is faster. But I guess with the 46 volt, it would lose battery faster too. Unless there's something else going on. Oh, where? I feel like that went right over my head. I don't remember saying rainbow or seeing a rainbow. But I just may have missed it. I guess, in my understanding may be that whenever you accelerate, gosh, I don't know. I feel like I'm just being dumb and I'm not following. I feel bad because you're totally explaining it to me. Oh, on the rainbow fisherman. Was it because they were? Was it like what they were wearing? That would make more sense. Water at the bottom of a vertical pipe has the pressure of the water above it. Yeah, that tracks. From my understanding of pneumatics and physics. Oh, hold on. Are there profiles? There are. They totally changed some of these for My new characters. Cooking, first aid, tailoring, enchanting, repair. Don't care. Okay, I think I fixed it. Bruh. What is going on here? My questie is broken. I don't know. Peter's out. It's always a funny word. Or phrase. The new one lasts longer, huh? Shh. But that makes sense. It's very similar to, automotive dynamics. Like, how do you, I forget what the term is for that, like motor dynamics. Where you have like turbos and superchargers, the different types of air intake, stuff like that. Okay, it looks like I finally updated here. But for some reason, I'm showing... Oh wait, these are not herbalists. That was from my quest, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, why do you figure that? I was trying to get around this, and go south, but I just have to go the long way. Spider-Man is one of my favorite heroes, I guess, in that regard, like comic book heroes. Checks off a lot of boxes. Speaking of spiders, I totally have like 3 spider friends in my new apartment. At least. Apparently this apartment's been inactive since like December. So I guess the bugs have been having fun in here for a while. We have some like cellar spiders. And they're like, most of them have been in like the closets, which makes sense. But one of them's like in the bathroom. And I think 2 of the spiders are getting it on, because one of them definitely looks sexually dysmorphic, differently sized, like smaller. And I'm pretty sure the females are bigger and the males are smaller in the spider species. And they're actually sharing a nest now, which is kind of not normal for spiders. So the one that I think is the male spider, it also only has 6 legs. So I guess they lost 2 of their legs at some point. And I swear I saw them last night. So I think they tried to do something with the other spider and lost a couple of legs for it. Yeah, they're not jumping spiders, they're feather spiders, but I would definitely prefer jumping spiders. From my understanding though, in my research so far, the only spiders I need to worry about up here are black widows. I'm used to dealing with the brown recluse, which is but from my understanding, the black widows are the only venomous spider up here that is at least venomous to us. So just like other spiders, have at it. Go ahead and eat the bugs. Just stay out of my face.
This will help us trade with other spores for food and supplies. Spore Golf thanks you, adventurer.
It's that's repeatable. Yeah, jumping spiders too, from my understanding, are not just like cunning like a lot of spiders, are actually like more intelligent. At very least, if they're not more intelligent, they're super inquisitive. Especially for spiders. But they also just look adorable. True, true, true. That's why I had to catch myself on that one.
These are great spores, adventurer. Toast of
Bruh.
bio to rebuilding our town. And after all, the bug load attacks we've suffered, we are in quite the short supply.
But okay, I guess that's that then. Or not? What's this one?
If our enemies would see that we only wish to live in harmony with them, maybe we wouldn't have to attack them for our own survival. We
They
must
need
replenish
hibiscus.
our supply of sanguine hibiscus. Which
Sanguine?
we
Is that
use
like
for a
blood
number of
hibiscus?
purposes. They used to grow thick as shrubs, but the lowering of the marsh's water levels means that they can only be found now in the underbogged Coilfang Reservoir under Serpent
Oh,
Lake.
another
It is
underbog
said that
quest.
the Chambers, bog giants, and underbats there consider them a delicacy. So, if you were to help us, you must retrieve the flowers from them. The Naga, the blood-scale enclave to the northeast, have begun to kill our people. We cannot allow this to continue, adventurer. We suggested you teach them a lesson as proof of our friendship.
I can't use any of these. There's the staff. The staff is totally for druids, though. Okay, I do need to take a quick break, though. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, should be a lot quicker than before because my new apartment's smaller, so yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Yeah. The root beer and pickles are closer now. I almost didn't get a pickle. But I guess you were calling it. Okay, let's get back in here. Just for Craft Punk. I know he's gonna say something about it. Cause he was asking about the pickles. Here we go. Okay, Craft Punk, this is what I'm talking about whenever I say I want a pickle. See, there it is. Also, I would normally not use paper plates and stuff, but all of my plates are not here yet. They're gonna get here on Monday. Else, I think that was it from here, because the rest were underbog quests, but I guess there's up here. Like, well, Craft Monkey, you know me. I feel like you know.
I'm out of range.
There's a phrase that you seem to say a couple times already, so I'll let you say it if you want to. There it is. I think, like we said before too, I like pickles of all sizes. It's just a matter of them being nice and juicy. I also like how that sentence took you from second to first place in the chat leaderboards. It feels very fitting.
I need to get closer.
Pathetic. Fight your own battles.
Hmm. I don't know about motion of the bride. Trying to think of how to say it. What kind of phrase works good here? I'm struggling here. But it's like, it's not the size, it's... I don't know how moist it is, how
That's
juicy it is.
still
I don't.
recharging.
I'm failing. I know the phrase is normally, it's not the size, it's how you use it. But that's not the case here. Topic of root beer though, it just reminded me. I had bought a whole bunch of sodas to get delivered, and I noticed, like on the day of delivery, the picture like I got sent for the confirmation was not my location. It turns out I sent them to the wrong house. So those are gonna get here eventually, but a sad time for Supreme. Yes, very much burns.
Out of range. That spell isn't ready yet.
One of my favorite parts is whenever it explodes in my mouth. Oh, YouTube guidelines. Bruh, that hurt. I saw the trap. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Jesus Christ, that like almost killed me. Killed Platoon.
Do not waste my time,
This
lesser
one?
creature.
I guess I don't see the rainbow, but I could just be thumbs. I also suppose one could argue the inclusivity fish is the blaha. Because aren't sharks technically fish? I guess fair. It has more than just like 2 colors. Therefore, it's gay. Something like that, anyways. They're turning the they're turning the fish gay. Okay. You're right. I guess I don't know enough about fish to really, quote unquote fish, to like talk about that, I guess. Cause like, oh Jesus. It's like this whole thing of like, well, spiders aren't insects, they're arachnids. And I'm like, yes, based. But I also understand that there's like overarching groups as well. Like how ants and bees and wasps and stuff like that, termites, even though they're still different, they are all under like the same genus or family, one of those terms. guessing birds. You know though, because you're correcting me.
It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet.
I don't know if I noticed this last month before I stopped streaming to move. This music is totally like the Tanera's music though. Okay, I've never heard of that. Or if I have, I don't remember it by name. But that could be interesting for me because I do like to learn about that kind of stuff. Like, put on some information about insects and bugs and stuff. Spiders, arachnids, you know. I'll eat that up. Like, I know this is a bit jumping on subjects here, but I remember watching some documentaries on like actual communal spiders. That shit's fucking scary. I love it, but it's scary. Cause like, normally spiders are very competitive with each other and cannibalistic. So, like they kind of compete with each other and keep themselves in check in a sense too. Not just from like overeating their prey, but like from literal competition. But once they start working together, things get really interesting. For me anyways. Like I remember one of them was in the rainforest. And like that could be problematic normally because the rain would constantly kill their webs. But because there's so many of them, they constantly just repair their webs over and over and over. And they have like safe zones they try to work on underneath like dry spots and stuff. So like that's just crazy. They also like, I don't know if it was the same one or a different one, but like they all share in the responsibility of raising their young. Which arachnid youth and stuff is all kind of crazy stuff because they have cannibalistic children, cannibalistic parents, everything like that. But then they go like complete opposite of like communal. It's just like damn. And then also like the layer on top here, I guess. Sorry, anyone with arachnophobia. I should trigger warning in the future. I just get so excited about it, but because there's so many of them working communally to like keep their webs together and stuff, they cover like large swaths of the jungle, and like it's a sight, that's for sure. Cause like, just imagine like walking up to it as like someone just going to the jungle. Like that shit's fucking crazy. Interesting. I guess based, cause Texas. Yeah. I guess I'm clarifying. Based. Atheist in Texas.
Out of range.
I think it eventually got fucking rejected. Like, not rejected, like shot down and like reverted. But there was like a hot minute there for a couple months in Texas where it was technically like the rules to install the 10 Commandments in the schoolroom. I'm just like, bruh. Bruh. Church of Satan, I think it is. Like, can you do something about this? Like, I forget which one is off the top of my head. Satan or Satanism. They're very different. God, as someone who went through the Texas school system, like, it's so fucking biased, it's not even funny. Like, I'm woke, whatever, but like, there's a difference between propagandizing and like highlighting certain things. Like, that could be even fine. But like the outright omittance of shit we have done as a nation, as a state, etc. Just like, oh, throw that under the rug. Like, what the fuck? But I digress, like, this is why I have left, and I'm now in Washington. So, yeah. Like, I always wanted to leave Texas. Just to, like, go other places, and, like, I wanted to live in Washington or New Mexico, stuff like that. I never thought the fucking politics and shit would be the things that get me leaving. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it just sucks that that's what it was. And not just because I wanted to move. I'm also of the opinion, as someone who was a native Texan for like 30 years, that Texas should just be fucking split up. Like, holy shit, it's way too big for its own good, and like across the board. Like governmentally, economically, and then like politically too. Like, it's just ridiculous. Texas is very much a winner-takes-all state. I guess most of them are, because it's how the electoral college and stuff works. And a lot of politics, local politics as well. Especially with the way shit is, but... That's
still recharging.
So, that makes it really rough. Because it feels like a lot of time people just don't have voices, like even more so because of how large the majority is in that regard. Not the majority, but like how large the population in general is. There you go. Like the problems of a lot of the smaller cities and smaller, more rural farm areas. Like, the problems they have are going to be completely different problems from, like, the bigger cities. Yet, like, we have the exact same, like, legislation and, like, fuck, what's the term? Like, requirements and things like that for the same places. It's just, like, it doesn't translate, you know? Anyways, I'll step off my wolf horse, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I used to be in Barrett County, and Barrett County is massive as well, but it's also like... That's why there is the benefit to splitting it up even more, because there are some communities that really want X, Y, or Z, right? To the point that they'll put it to a vote, and like they'll go through it all, but because their voting block, like, geographically is so large. It encompasses varying different types of living situations and like local governance and stuff like that. It's just like it just makes it hard to get any like local community going in that regard with the changes you want legally, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, you can do stuff in your communities and make changes and make like little like startups and stuff like that, but like it's much harder to enact like policy changes and stuff like that because of it. But like I'm guessing there are different problems. Oh, this is a big mushroom. I'm guessing there are similar problems in like even like smaller political regional blocks geographically that they have to deal with versus the problems in like Texas and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not a politics streamer. My life is just politics, apparently. I just have to deal with it. It is funny to me though, or not funny, but it's amusing that you did mention the Bear County thing, considering that's where I was. Like, I guess a little lore. A little Nicole lore. Lived in San Antonio basically all my life. I was not born there, but I was there since I was like 2 or whatever, 3 maybe, so basically most of my life. I just lived in different areas. Hold up. I mean, like, to be fair, Barrett County is really large, and then San Antonio is one of the major cities, like the biggest cities in Texas too, so like it makes sense to me that it's more likely. I was like dying here, look. I know I'm second monitor content, but I have to not die.
You cannot command.
Fuck, let's talk about. Oh, where I live, that's right. Or lived. Whenever my family first moved to San Antonio, we lived in an apartment on like the northwest side. But no, not like central north. If that even makes sense. No, we lived north side, that's right. And then we moved to a house, central north. That was not a great place. Location-wise, drugs and crime and stuff like that. But I was still really young. I didn't really notice it. And then, what else? And then I kind of basically lived on the northeast side for quite a long time. Jumped around various different houses and apartments, but it was basically always the northeast side. And then we actually moved up to Cibolo for a couple of years, which is even like further north, like on the way to New Braunfels, Austin. And then I moved back into the northeast side, and that's basically where I lived by myself for like a decade or two. Not two, like a decade. Went through 2 apartments and 2 houses. And God, the first house was absolutely miserable. In how the lease ended. I guess I bored some of y'all with my life stories. That's fine, I guess. Look, I will try in just a second here, but the one thing I want to talk about with my first house I rented was I had my first year lease, and it happened during the snowvid, which was crazy. Where fucking Texas died essentially because of how cold it was and snow and ice. But we were just expecting to renew that house again. And so the month comes by for our renewal, and we're waiting for them to send the renewal notice, like the actual offer, right? And literally like 2 weeks, I think, before, like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3, but like 2.5 weeks before the lease was over, they're like, oh, we're selling the house. Do you want to buy it? What? Hell no. But also, I have to find a new place in literally like 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck? And like everything that entails, like packing, all the logistics. Oh my god. That was miserable. Think I did not handle it well. I remember one morning we had a walkthrough scheduled for a house that looked really good and promising. And then I woke up early for it because I'm a night shifter. And they called like literally like 30 minutes before my schedule. And they're like, oh, we sold it. I'm just like, I just screamed. Not healthy. I will say that right now. But I just could not handle it. Luckily, we found something, and then I was in that house for like the next 4 years, so that was a good pick. But good pick is subjective. It's like my power bills were like $500. It was ridiculous.
Perhaps the Naga heathens will think twice about harassing us in the future now that we have such a powerful ally. Reports have come in that the night of the blood
golden resin.
to the northeast.
What did I miss on
kill
that?
our people. We thought that you had dealt with this adventure.
Is this a wee joke?
I suggest that you to teach them a lesson as proof of our continued friendship.
I've just never heard the term. Maybe something else. But can I do this? West Philadelphia, born and raised. The school ground is how I spent most of my days. Something chilling out, maxing, relaxing, shooting some b-ball after the school, and some... fuck. We were up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared, said you're moving with your uncle and your auntie to Bel Air. Fuck. And then I lost it. That's it. I got halfway there. Oh, that's cute, birds. Gold. So yeah, hey Resin. Where have I been? I have been, one, dealing with my old shitty ISP, and then two, moving over 2,000 miles in 3 days. And packing my entire house in like 1 week or less. That's what happened. And then, when I got here after the 3-day trip, that was a whole thing. God bless. I got sick. I thought it was just allergies at first, but I got sick. I think it's the flu or something. I had the flu shot, so maybe it would have been a lot worse, but like, I just could not speak or even breathe or anything. But earlier this week, it was miserable. So, I'm still recovering, as you can probably hear my voice. But I am like 1,000,000 times better than I was, like even just a couple days ago. That's the long story short. Bruh, Resin, yes it is. I'm gonna say it right now. Getting all my shit in order so I can leave my fucking state. Is really important. Especially because I only have one trip. And I had to get my pod filled by a certain date. Or else, that's it. I'm screwed. Also, I had some, like, mushrooms and shit that I had to get rid of before I moved. So, like, it is what it is. Did I accidentally... get a repeatable quest? I think this is a repeatable quest. I'm going to ignore it. Right? This is repeatable. That's why it's blue. Can someone confirm to me that this is a repeatable quest I've already done? And it's blue. If someone confirms that to me, I will tell a story. Also, yeah, first, I did go with pods. I had to get financing. So, I'm like buckling down for holiday pay, overtime, stuff like that. Cause I fucking hate having debt. So, working on that as soon as possible. Cause I had to finance the pod. I had to finance my rental vehicle. And then I had to finance my new phone. The phone situation is because I'm changing providers and my old phone wasn't supported, so I had to get a new phone. But I'm saving like $200 a month. Like, it's totally worth it. In regards to like my monthly bill. Yeah, I know they're repeatable normally. But I guess the question is just like, do they only show blue after I've done it once? Or do they always show blue? 'Cause I feel like I haven't seen them blue before, unless I've actually done the quest. Like they show yellow normally, and then I do it, and then it
That
turns
spell
blue.
isn't ready yet.
Kind of stem that, sorry.
Get it to fight your own battles.
Okay, then if that's the case, goodbye. I don't care for that quest. And so, story time.
Out of range. That's still recharging.
So, originally the plan for my trip was to finish packing the pod on like Tuesday night. Because it was gonna get picked up Wednesday at like 7 in the morning. We got to Tuesday night. And we were just basically like finishing packing. And we tried to fill the pod as much as possible. Like me and my brothers and stuff. And we got like maybe halfway. And we're like, there's no way. There's no way. Because we were crashing so hard. So I had to call them and be like last minute, hey, can you just pick up my pod the next day? And I lucked out because I also wanted to pick it up in the afternoon, like at 3. So that gave us even more time. So we did that. And the reason why the original pod plan was what it was is we would do that, and then we would pack our cars, and then we would leave at like 6 in the morning, just wake up and leave. And there's a reason for that. We were gonna drive like 18 hours the first day, so we wanted to do it really early to make sure we actually get to the hotel before like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Sorry, I'm gonna drink right here. Okay, so with that in mind, that maybe makes more sense on why we needed to push the pod filler pickup another day back. So okay, we do it. We get the pod filled, and it's like fucking 4 p.m. Like we get it done. Sorry, we pull like basically an all-nighter. I slept like an hour. And even then it wasn't sleep. I just had music on to like fucking reset my brain, just like close my eyes, try to rest in the bedroom with headphones on. And I got like an hour, and I'm like, okay, let's get back at it. And that's how most of us operated for like 2 days. I think maybe some of us got like 3-4 hours. But anyways, that happens, and then like we do finish getting the pod filled at like almost noon or 1 p.m. on the day it's supposed to get picked up. So like it's gonna get picked up in like 2 hours. So great. Okay, cool. I think I take another nap at that point. I take like a 2-4 hour nap, right? We still have to pack all of our vehicles because it's gonna be our cats. Excuse me. I needed to take all 3 of my cats. And then we needed to basically take as much as possible for us to have like bare necessities for 2 weeks. Inflatable beds, our toiletries, etc., right? And so with all of that combined, and like cat food, toys, etc., like we filled that shit to the brim. To the point that like I could barely see out the rear window. Like I was suspect on how legal that was.
It's too far away. I can't pass that way.
But the kicker here, we didn't finish packing the vehicles until like 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. And we were supposed to get up at 6 in the morning to drive 18 hours. So, one of my brothers has the idea, well, yes, the bare necessities. That's basically what we got. And just because of how much little space you actually have in vehicles, like per se, it was rough. But one of my brothers had the idea that like a couple of us, like we had pounded energy drinks, right? And like beef jerky and shit like that. So some of us were still like wired. So going to sleep would be difficult too. So what they suggested, I'm taking forever. What they suggested is we just go right now. Like take a shower, get like refreshed, and just go. Pull an all-nighter and just go. And because we had 4 people, one person would drive each vehicle, and the other person would try to rest in the driver's seat. In theory, good idea. Practice. It's fucking miserable sleeping like that. Especially when you're cramped to hell. Because like we even had like bags and stuff in our feet area, the passenger side. So like there wasn't a lot of room for the passenger at all. But hey, we did it. I drove from like 3 or 4 in the morning until like 9 or 10 in the morning. Because I'm a night owl, I like driving, and I could do it. I was definitely starting to lose it at the end there, so I had to swap off. I don't have an automatic driving car, so no. If I said driver's seat, I meant to say passenger seat. If that's what I said, that's on me. But then yeah, I swapped. I slept like 2-3 hours maybe. Swap again. And that cycle repeats. Yeah, just a little difference. But I meant passenger seat, so. So that happens. And we get to the hotel we had planned to go to because it was pet friendly. And we need to bring our cats in. obviously, OVO. OVO. But we get there like at 8 or 9 p.m. We make good time. Need to take a drink? Okay, so we get there like at 8, 9 p.m. and we go to check in, and they're like, oh, we only allow dogs. Or at the very least, they said we don't allow cats. They allowed other pets, just not cats. And we're like, what? This isn't posted anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, it's like a recent new thing, manager policy, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, we already booked. And we're like, can we just, like, get them in? And they're like, no cameras. It's just like, fuck. So, there was another hotel, like, not too far away, that was also pet-friendly. But they were booked up for the night, because it was, like, last minute. And we're like, son of a bitch. Like, we just drove fucking, like, 18 hours after pulling an all-nighter. Like, we do not need this right now. We stopped panicking, reset for a little bit, and then did find another place that was a little bit of a distance, but it actually had room, was cat friendly, etc. I guess, call it out. It wasn't even sleeping in the car because we're just so stressed. And we're like so close to the hotel. But like, call out, it was the Holiday Inn Express. They were really amazing with us on pets. They, the first one we went to, because we went to multiple, even gave us like a little, like, food water bowl to use. It was cute. We didn't need it because we brought our own, but yeah. So that was fun. But you know how it goes with the brain sometimes? I couldn't fucking sleep. So I didn't go to sleep until like 2 in the morning. And then we get up like 6, 8 in the morning and we're at it again. Luckily, in that regard, I wasn't the first one driving. So the idea was I would sleep more in the car. And then swap off, right? But here's another fun thing. We found out one of our cats has car sickness. Because, like, for the first hour, they will not stop meowing. And at first we're just like, whatever. But then they're like throwing up and shit like that. And they're like clearly having a bad time. Not just like scared anxiety or whatever, it's just like, oh, shit. So, while the other person's driving, I have waken up with like 4 hours of sleep after an all-nighter of 18 hours driving. And I'm dealing with our cat throwing up in the back seat. So, like, even though I was gonna sleep in the car, like, I couldn't sleep, or try to sleep, for like the first hour or two, just because it took that long for, like, me to help calm the cat down, make sure that we're cleaned up and stuff like that, and then they would actually, like, rest.
I don't have a target.
Also, when we were going through mountains and stuff, the pressure changes was really messing with them. And make him nauseated too. And then the constant curves and turns, that was getting him nauseated too. So, poor baby, right? Poor baby. Poor baby, she had to deal with that. But I had to deal with it too. Literally. If we could tell whenever she was not just complaining, but she was like, I'm gonna throw up. And so we made sure to let her out so she could get the litter box and throw up in there. And so we learned her, like, I'm gonna throw up meow from that. But, oh no, they didn't move up. They actually drove my car up while I drove the rental SUV because we needed a lot of space for the cats. The entire second row was basically just the cats, right? In their, like, crates and stuff. Like, we had bigger crates for them so that way they'd be more comfortable, which, you know, obviously took more space. Need a drink? Just a second.
I need to get closer.
Okay, yeah, so we got, like a really big SUV, right? That's literally what it was. It was a wall of cats. The litter box was in front of one of them. We had some, like, space for food and water and stuff like that, if we needed to let them out and have some snacks and stuff like that.
Out of range.
Then yeah, and then the third row was turned down, the seats were pushed down, and then like that and the trunk were just filled with all the stuff we need, for like the 2 weeks up here. Because like we have the suitcases, backpacks, I had brought up my monitors, because I need that one for, me, but then also for work, because I work from home, so I needed those set up for that.
I need to get closer.
So yeah, but then the second day, we already knew where we were gonna stay, because we just went to the same, like branch and stuff like that in the new state that we landed at. So the second day worked a lot better. But I couldn't sleep till like 3 in the morning, so
Welcome, dear bird.
you know how that goes. One of the key features of the drive though, yeah, the first day, I think we changed the mountain time. The second day, we were in mountain time the entire day. And then the third day, we got into Washington the last day, and then we moved to Pacific time. But one thing I was trying to mention is, one of the key features of the travel was each day was going to be cascading easier, like less distance. Like we went out the gate with 18 hours of driving essentially. The second day was like 14 hours of driving, and the last day was like 9-10 hours. So that like, once we got through the first day, it was like, okay, this sucks, but it's getting better, right? But yeah, I guess like observant viewers would notice the time here is different, that I have on WoW time, because this is my local time. The WoW time is 4, so before, right now it'd be 5 AM. But it's 3 AM now, because Pacific time zone. Let me take a quick look at what's going on here. These could maybe be auctioned. I'm gonna disenchant that one. Okay. I'll disenchant that one too. I guess I can't. Oh, it's a fucking basic item. Okay. We're almost done. Almost done in the sense that we're over halfway. Getting mushrooms. This is supposed to be a 50% drop rate. Does not feel like 50%. I guess. Go ahead and drop a like if you enjoyed that story. Cause I'll be real, that was an adventure. I don't know if I would ever want to do it again. But I did see some amazing sights on the way. So that was really cool. I saw a dirt devil. Like an actual, like, sizable dirt devil. That was cool. And if I could do it again, just for fun, I can travel that distance, but I would space it out way more. Instead of the 3 days, it'd be like 5 or 7 days, you know? That way I could actually, like, check out the places and the sites whenever I get to them. Versus just go, 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 take a picture, go, 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 go. What did I say? What did I say, Craft Punk? I don't even recognize it when I say it.
Fight your own battles.
Was it the shorter versus longer or whatever? The time and days? Or the distance? I think that tracks.
Oh, welcome, Divert.
Maybe the draw rate is fine on these. And I've just been taking forever. I'm telling the story. I would believe it.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, I'm locking in because I'm trying to finish this quest.
Still charged. It's too far away. I can't.
even don't take mushrooms, just like cobalt and candles. Interesting.
Your fate will be the same.
Out of range.
Just a couple more. I guess technically a few more. Because a few is 3 and a couple is 2. These drops are miserable though. I see, making my way downtown, walking fast, and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I miss you, and you got me wondering why. If I could fly into the sky, do you think time would pass me by? God, I cannot sing right now. My voice is so fucked. Oh, but that was the reference, right? I hope that was the reference. Cause I committed. But bruh, that almost killed me. Well, that's true. The Cats of Blaston is a gangster's paradise.
Pathetic to fight your own battle.
I guess the only one I'm not 100% sure on is the sipping on Red Bull all night long. It's like, it's familiar, but I can't place it. Also, I totally swore I was missing a buff. It was Soul Link. This is what happens when you don't play for a month. Okay, cool. I got them all. Let's get the fuck out of here. Do I do this quest too? I gotta go all the way down here for that quest. You know what? I want to do this quest over here. That's cool. I wonder what this is. Squirrel. But I think I'm gonna have to call it soon. So let's go ahead and turn these in. Actually, you know what? We're gonna walk down here, turn that in, And then we will hark back to here, turn those in, fly over, and then probably lock out there. I have a quest turned over there too. Okay, well, I'm at least 90% sure the second one is Gangster's Paradise. Not the second one, the first one. No, fuck. The third one. I got them all wrong. This third one. Because it was like a maximum blast and even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. Like for so long, even my mama thinks my mind is gone. I'm pretty sure that's the lyrics there. Anyways, it was cute. Thank you, birds. I feel like you're reminding me of that again. That also feels like a reference. Maybe I'm just looking so hard at the last one, and there is no reference. I gotta say, this is a nice view. With like the lighting coming in from over there, I guess. Okay. Where is this quest? Give fur. Over here. There's their cat. Uh-oh. Did someone kill her? 'Cause she ain't here. Hello? Walked all the way down here to turn in the quest, and they're not even here. What is this? I guess we'll give it a hot minute. Their respawn timer.
A paltry task.
I need to get closer.
I guess, cause like also, I don't see a corpse anywhere. And I imagine if they were killed, there would be a corpse. I'm not gonna lie, this is annoying. they're looking for it too. This is maybe the universe telling me that I should just go turn in the quest. No. It's just, even though it's only quote unquote 3:30 in the morning, my schedule didn't really change in regards to the original times, like global times. So, like, for example, if I went to work at 10 a.m., I just now go to work at 8 a.m. So, I'm trying to stay on a decent cycle in that regard.
We definitely have a match here, and the presence of the ogres and what they were doing there explains everything. Now I get why it's called the Hunebug Duel. We have to do something about this situation.
Duel? Okay.
What? We can't just wipe out all of those ogres. They have every bit as much a right to be here as any of the other creatures in Marsh.
Asha Vela.
We definitely have a match here.
Go in peace.
Uh-huh. Yep. Got it.
Greetings. Ishmidalbe.
Adventurer, I've got an idea. I want you to head north again this time. Into the heart of Ogre territory, northwest of the Hewn Bog. There's a place named Zangarmarsh Stronghold, which sits on a floating island across a large mushroom village. The ogres must be storing the harvested mushrooms there. I bet you'll find them all over the place and probably on the ogres themselves too. Bring me a sufficient number, and I will try to do something about providing the bog lords with a new source of nourishment.
Okay, cool. I don't feel so bad about not doing these quests, because I'll be going up here soon anyways. But okay, now we just hard out of here. Get the fuck out. Yeah, I mean, it's not miserable, because it also helps to be like available for stuff during the day. But it is a bit different. But it is possible for me to move my hours back. I was working with my managers and stuff, and at the very least, if not one or two, if not two, at least 1 hour, I could like work 9 to 6 instead of 8 to 5. Because my old shift was 10 to 7, so. And like in that regard, it'll help me a bit, right? But I really want to see if I can make this work with my body, because I'm normally really miserable and bad with staying up and stuff like that. So, and then the other part is that I'm also pretty bad. Shit, brain fart. oh, I struggle to still like sleep earlier and stuff like that. So, like, I may not just be able to do it. Just my body has been conditioned for second and third shift life. For like over like a decade and a half, 2 decades now. So.
The Telrador
But I
has
want to
seen
give the
more
old college
change in
try.
the last 20
You
years
know.
than it did in prior centuries. I cannot complain, adventurer, for the world has changed far more in that time. The light has brought me friends and companions I could not have met as a cloistered priest. Learn what you can of the path.
Favor the road traveled by.
These should be more than sufficient, adventurer. They seem to be fixated on birds, which is odd, because there aren't any bird species native to Zangarmarsh. What could this mean? Could they have encountered the Arakoa? To a shamanistic people, they might seem like the embodiment
Oh, I remember
of a
those in
powerful
Hellfire.
bird spirit.
I have a feeling that these lost ones may not respond well to a Draenei, but would welcome an Arakoa. I can create a potion that will allow you to take on the form of an Arakoa for a short time. It requires a couple of reagents which cannot be stored, and must be used within hours of being gathered. You will need to bring me a handful of Sporebot eyes and some Fenstrider tentacles. Both species dwell in the wilderness surrounding Telrador.
Okay, though. I am getting a little tired too. Even not, if not sleepy, just, you know, a little exhausted. So, go ahead and I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for tuning in again. It has been a hot minute. It's good to see y'all again. I appreciate y'all coming back to see the streams again, even though it's been like a month. Ideally, I can stream on a much more consistent schedule now, because my internet actually works. I don't have to be at the mercy of my internet working that night. So, ideally, we'll have a much more consistent schedule. I'll be able to stream more often in general, and then we can actually get into other games too again. Like, I want to go back to Subnautica, Below Zero. I want to do Project Zomboid again, and there's a couple other games I want to play, like Hytale and stuff like that. So, I don't think I have any plans tomorrow. Outside of maybe like trying to shop some stuff that I need to get, like groceries. But so if everything's good and my voice doesn't revert and regress, I'm gonna start streaming again tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you all again then. But if not, I'm gonna shoot for Sunday, and then I'll keep you up to date from there, if you know, and so forth. If I don't respond for a while, you can always check Blue Sky. I usually post there, especially like after stream, just some post-stream screenshots and stuff like that. But then like if I am unavailable, I'll usually keep you up to date there. So, yeah. If you liked it, go ahead and give a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And then I'll go ahead and see you all next time. Bye!